All right, after the staggering success of my previous VOD analysis, we're gonna do another one. So this one is between me and Sparkle. Sparkle is a really good hero player. We lost this one, so hopefully there'll be more insights for me to take from it. Um, yeah, so as far as stages go, just a brief overview of this matchup. I think it's really difficult for Rosa. Rosa can struggle to deal with a hero who's buff farming, which will come up in game 4. By the way, so we played two matches against each other. Um, and we're only going to analyze the first set because I'm thinking we'll hopefully get better insight on that one than the second set. Um, but like game 4 of this first set, or game 3, game 4, or game 5. It was probably game 5. Game 5 of this set, Sparkle really started being way more intelligent with his mana usage, and it was way more difficult for me to win. Um, So like, I think Rosa really struggles to deal with a hero who's just going to sit there and fish for buffs. Accelerate's really difficult for Rosa to deal with, and then like oomph and the I don't know if oomph is the right one. Um, but like I don't even know what hero's menu is. Gonna be honest, but like the ones that like give him more knockback are also really difficult for Rosa to deal with. So if he just fishes for that, it can be really difficult for Rosa to pressure that. And then his side B, like the little lightning strike. Um, I have a hunch Luma makes it more difficult to avoid than for other characters. Um, but it also tends to like take the space that I really want to be at to pressure someone who's camping me, like Steve. So like if Steve's like mining, there's a place I want to stand so I can exert pressure on him to get him to stop mining. If I stand at that distance against hero, I get side beat, and that's not fun. Um, so with that in mind, that's my little stages. So last time I played against Sparkle, I kind of came to the conclusion that FD similar stages are probably the best ones for us. I went to Battlefield just to see what would happen, so hopefully we can get some more insight on stages. I still feel really bad at picking what stages we should be going to, but regardless, let's not beat around the bush. I say that as I lower the speed to 0.75. All right. I was playing Slay the Spire before this, and I really want to play Slay the Spire again, so hopefully that'll motivate me to go a bit faster this time. All right, here we are. So this is a little tech that I've been really enjoying at round start. So if you fall out on the platform and push B really quickly, you can get Luma to stay on the platform. And I've been speaking a lot about why I think having Luma at like different vertical heights makes it more difficult for your opponent to pressure him. So I've been really enjoying this as a mix up at the start. Um, so like as you can see, we're immediately able to pressure in weird places that we would not normally be able to. But Sparkle is a little more like he immediately played around Starbits and punished, which actually I could have shielded that. Yeah, I could have shielded that. So it was a safe Starbits, but oh my god, like crazy. I feel like this is a level of awareness of like people. I feel like Sparkle intended, like I could be wrong here, but I get the feeling he was like, if Rosalina Starbits here, I want to hit her. And he really punished me for a bad, like he read that I was going to Starbits and got so much stage control. Wonderful. Kind of a greedy way to get back onto the stage, but it worked out here. All right, Luma's out of the way. We can't really do anything. We don't have a good combo here. I definitely could have F throw back air. Hero seems to be a bit floaty, and F throw back air is easier on floaty characters. It works on fast fallers too, but it's easier on floaties. So some decent star bits, and like side B just like makes pressures Luma off so much. Um, oof. So as I said, buff farming, Rosa really struggles to deal with this. So now we have to deal with like an accelerate, uh, extra knockback hero. Woohoo! we shield this. So I am not very good at playing against hero yet. I don't have a lot of practice. But what I've been doing is I've been playing around his menu very poorly, a bit like a novice. But I'll just be like, oh, he has menu pulled up, so I'm gonna play around every menu option. Let me see if I can pull my mouse over here. So like generally speaking, it's gonna be like in this area, and it's gonna be pretty fast. So that's why you jump over it. Yeah, so that's kind of how I've been trying to play around menu right now. I'm not sure if I ever need to actually look at the menu or if I can continue to do what I'm doing. But one of the menu options that catches me off guard is when he's like landing on me and he gets Hatchet Man and breaks my shield. It's happened like a decent amount of times in the set, so I think I can't position there, or I need to start like reading the menu. So it's a back air we were talking about. Let's take a look at this back air. I suspect a Nair would have been better here. So I don't understand the pathing that would cause this back air to hit. I feel like it was a really poor back air on my part. We're able to shield that. Okay. Oh, this is what I was talking about right here. Flame Slash. Is it Flame Slash or like... I think there's another one that also breaks shield. But Luma gives me some hope, but then Sparkle kills Luma, remains calm, kills Rosa afterwards. That's what you should do. Just remember that Luma exists, kill him, and then move on, kill Rosa. I'm a little annoyed at this. This grab didn't hit, which was frustrating. But that's how it goes. Oh wait, let's actually go back. Because I was literally talking about how I got my shield broken to this option. So it's very specifically like when he's like in that corner against me. Okay, cool. Because I got hit by the shield break setup quite a bit, so I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for it next time. Oh, that's another thing. My roommate's gonna be going to bed soon, so I don't want to be screaming about Smash Bros. Late into the night. So like, Accelerate's really a pain for Rosa to deal with. I don't know. Um, just another little talk while this is in the background. Sparkle gave me the take of the century of like, why doesn't Rose like Debuzz just like platform camp when he has Luma? And I think that could be something to look into. Um, oh, oh, my down tilt lost to that. That's tragic. Actually clanked. So I think this is a little underwhelming here. I can't remember. Actually, I could check really fast, but Sparkle's definitely on the Oregon PR. I've already have like quite a few wins with people on the Oregon PR. I just didn't hit like the minimum tournaments to qualify for the PR, so we'll see where I am on the next one. Those upbeats are really funny to me. I feel like I trusted him here in thinking that like um that I was gonna be safe because I have high, I don't want to say high expectations, but I assume that that sort of upbeat and neutral is safe, especially if you're laying on the platform. Let's talk about platform pressure for a tiny little bit. Um, I feel like the option here is to not swing. You just land and then do another full hop. Um, and then Rosa's forward air is really good on shield because you can try to hit their like little feetsies as their shield gets smaller. So I think that's what I want to start trying to do. Wait it out. I don't know if I. It's not like a high priority thing to start doing. Right now, we're looking for things I want to stop doing more than things I want to start doing. That was a wonderful A land. I'll just point it out. Rosalina players are pretty good at A landing because they do it all the time for Luma tech. Get a bit lucky here on the 2 frame. Wonderful. Could go for that more. Miss my wave dash. I should probably practice my like inputs a bit more, but that's kind of boring. Oh god. Okay, so this is another situation here where like he hit Flame Slash, Hatchet. Actually, I think Hatchet Man's really slow, but regardless, Flame Slash here. So let's take an observation here. Okay, so he is able to B reverse it after he picks it. So like this angle here is when he tries to pull for Flame Slash. So I think it is wise to roll away because that will beat like when he has menu pulled up here. Rolling away beats like Flame Slash and what's the other thing? It beats Flame Slash and yeah, it just beats Flame Slash. But I'm realizing that if I roll away this way, then we lose to like Sizzle, all the like random stuff that like a lot of the random stuff that hero pulls we lose to if we roll out. Like, how did we get in that position to begin with? All right. So I feel like this 45-degree angle actually puts hero in a really good spot if he pulls menu. So um I could see a full hop being an option to avoid getting menued. And let's see what I do on the game I win because yeah, as I mentioned, I feel like Sparkle got more intelligent with his mana usage as the set progressed and he wanted to win more or whatever. So I guess I wouldn't actually whip out my notebook this time. I'm going to make a note about the hero 45-degree angle spot. I think full hop will beat that because specifically menu pull. So excuse me. Let's try writing this. I already forgot. Okay. Avoid the 45-degree angle menu. And when I say that, I want to avoid situations where that is a good option for hero. We want to prevent being in a spot where that's a good option. Um, but if we're gonna try full hopping because I think once he pulls up the menu, a full hop just flat out beats everything he can throw. It's just really counterintuitive to me because again, I'm a Smash 4 player who shields a lot, so we do my Luma tech again. Isn't this? This is what I'm saying when I'm like, it makes Luma more difficult to hit. So like, this is kind of like exactly what we're going for here. Ugh. Okay, let's go over this really fast. So that was really good. There, a Starbits. I think a Starbits would have hit, but like it always feels weird to go for Starbits. Starbits feels really low reward, but at least at this spacing, it's also really low risk. And then I run up shield, get grabbed. So I do run up shield a lot. It's another thing that's probably more common among Smash 4 players. Okay, so I go for attack, miss it, which always feels bad. But again, we're playing at a spacing where we're super safe. And I think Battlefield's actually enabling us to do that a lot here. Because, like, there's just so many, like, platforms to, like, hide around. Another grab. So that's a weakness I have as a player is I tend to shield a lot. So players who, like, smartly weave in grabs tend to have a lot of success against me. Woohoo! Ah, I did not think this was gonna hit. I think I could have shielded. I can't tell. But I didn't think it was gonna hit. I thought we were out of range because Luma took it, but it's a pretty big hitbox. So I'll just need to be a bit more aware of that. I don't know how I feel about that roll, but it worked out, so I'm not gonna complain. This parry is really difficult to do, so I just want to point it out. But if you're struggling to beat Rosalina, and you can like get that parry down, it's really helpful. I think Rosalina is fast enough that I might still be like pretty safe on parry, but I didn't space it perfectly, so it wouldn't be super safe on parry. But I probably shouldn't have shielded here. So I dropped a lot of pressure here. Because, like, even though he parried, Rosalina is, like, one of... It's a crazy safe aerial. Oh my god, I should have had that pulled up for us earlier. Give me a sec to make another. Oh my gosh, how do I make a new window? Alright, cool. Go to frame data really fast. Ultimate. We'll click on Rosalina. Rosalina. Nair. So, like, I know from playing around the in the training mode mod pack that shows frame advantage that a perfect Nair is -2 on shield. At least that's like the lowest number I've gotten. If I really wanted to, there are Rosa players who would know. I'm not really a lab player too much, especially at this point. But like basically, if you like, where are we going for? So 43 total frames. Auto cancels on 33 onwards, which is exactly the same frame. Like that's the last hitbox is on frame 33. So it's like the only aerial in the game that auto cancels on the same frame that the last hitbox is on, which is crazy good. So that's what enables Nair to be such a safe option for Rosa. So I think I could have like gone for a down tilt or some sort of like shield pressure here. And because it was a cross up, we would have also been in a position where he wouldn't really have any super great options to punish me for like whiffing a jab or a just don't rapid jab, but like a jab or a down tilt would have been perfectly safe and it would have caught the jump. So anyway, something to be aware of. All right. Yeah. I think we definitely could have kept their pressure up anyway. So I don't want to get too distracted here. So this is a situation. A lot of the players here, like a lot of people do this like the way people pressure platforms is not something I'm used to. Let's go back a bit more. Sorry, I know it's a little boring to see the same thing over and over. But we get forward aired. I think we could have like up smash, possibly even grabbed that, but I was a little nervous. Um, I feel like I think one of the things that really helped me out this game in particular was I did a really good job at like this mini game. Like if he ran up and jabbed my shield, I was doing a really good job at beating whatever options he picked. So like I don't know how Hero's like side B works, but I think I would be out of range if it didn't hit Luma, but I'm not sure, so could be wrong. So now we're just going to be waiting for Luma. Catch lightning with dash attack. As I said, dash attack's like the option when you're playing against Rosa you want to look out for. She doesn't have Luma. Side B. So now we have Psych up. But he's also out of mana. And that was my realization here is that like if the hero's kind of like using their mana on things that aren't buffs, eventually they'll just run out. So that's over. He gets mana from killing Luma, which is just like another. Oh, if I had just committed to this edge guard just slightly more, I think it would have hit. Yeah, look, is it comma? Someone was like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, we definitely could have hit if we had just kept going forwards. But edge guarding aggressively is not something I do a lot of, so I'm not very good at it yet. But we should have gotten a lot off of that, I think. Possibly a kill. I roll. I actually think he punished that roll later. Got a bit lucky there. Bang. I'm like not. I genuinely did not look at the menu at all. I was just like, we're just gonna play around like every option, which is more probably not our best option, but it's what we're doing at this stage. That up smash is really big. Actually, we can check. Is this hero up smash being broken or Rosa's roll being trash? Let's find out. So here's the roll. So Rosa's roll is pretty bad for context. Someone was like, "Oh my god, this is how you do the frame by frame hotkey." So now we're using that. So like, look, I'm pretty sure she's vulnerable now. One thing well, actually, let's check. Oh my god, we can look at our frame data actually. What type of roll was this? I think this is a forward roll. It says intangible frames 4 through 15. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just keep doing it frame by frame, and we'll spot it when it's over. Okay, I think we're tangible now. Yeah, we stopped being white. So look at how mid that roll is. So like I don't so like this part of her dress isn't a hurt box, so she's not able to be hit here. But like this part doesn't seem super great as she turns around. Yeah. Anyway, that was my little tangent. Okay, let's talk about our iframes here, especially with how my last set I spoke about stage control so much. Perhaps I should go. Well, I feel like I didn't give up that much stage control. I still had center stage at the end, but like maybe I should just like genuinely grab stage control. I'm a little annoyed. This nair definitely could have hit if I had spaced it differently. Yeah. Again, if I had like pulled back a little bit, it definitely would have still hit. So I don't know. Is that the sort of roll that's worth like trying to catch with my nair? I think so, actually. So being a little more cognizant. We'll see if it comes up again, but trying to be a little more cognizant of when we can catch roll. So we did a cross up nair, missed a tech, but that's fine. Oh, the spacing on our nair was just like ever so slightly off. Oof. Get hit. That roll like worked out pretty well actually. Got some weird stuff there. Oh, we didn't get F. I think we could have F tilted here and hit him, but I input a jab instead. Um, he's got stage control. Yeah, and that was another back air. I think I spoke about how I think those are pretty weak when detethered. There we go. Oh, forward air. Nice. Just missed the timing on that two frame. I don't know. I don't think that was terrible, unreasonable. Okay, looking at this spot here, I kind of wanted to do a jump back star bits. Let's see if that would have worked. Instead of rolling back, I think we could have. Yeah, I don't know. It was a really weird spot. Where was it? It was right here. I don't know. It would have been tight because Luma was in like some sort of hit stun. So probably for the best that we didn't try to use a Luma move there. All right, so let's speak about Luma for a little bit. For people who are struggling to kill Luma, after this, up tilt's really fast to mash, but like these are the sort of situations where like those are the sorts of after Luma throws out an attack, that's like a time to try to hit him. Especially with Hero. If you see this up tilt, you could probably up tilt and not like you have a disjoint, I think. Actually maybe he doesn't have a disjoint on his up tilt. I don't know Hero very well. But I think you could have F tilted Luma, and then if I input another upbeat, it would clank, nothing would happen. And if I did most other options, I think it would lose because up tilt's frame 3, so like that's the big like Luma parry option. Oh, so I'm at a point now where I'm trying to preemptively like hit him when he's running up. I don't think that was Rosa attacking. That was me trying to hit him with Luma, but he just like ran through me. There we go. Lovely. Oh, we're gonna go under the stage. So again, I get greedy there. I think if I had let that go, we would have been fine. I actually think Battlefield could have worked out if we had played it a bit more intelligently. and platform camped a bit harder, is what I'm gonna say. I would love to try the stage again next time we play. Um, what are we talking about? So bounce is annoying, but I don't think it's that great. So like Starbits isn't that great of an option anyway. So like you're totally fine to just play without Starbits for a bit. When I say Starbits isn't that great of an option, it just doesn't have a high reward. It's still good, but anyway. All right, so this looks like a pattern I have. Doesn't look like most people are punishing me for it, but it looks like after they hit Luma, I usually run up shields. Are there any other options we could do here? We could do like a dash attack or dash grab. How's he reacting to our run up shield? And that time he was in lag. I probably could have punished his buff. How long does it take for him to pull a buff, actually? Okay. Pulling buff actually takes like a decent amount of frames, like more than I expected. So yeah, we probably could have punished that with like a grab. I'll keep that in mind. And then accelerate heroes really fast. As far as like what happened, I wish I was paying more attention to the big picture. I don't know if I was just like unfamiliar with heroes kit. Let's watch the whole set. Let's watch this whole game again, but on a faster pace. Okay, cool. We're just gonna kind of watch the whole thing again and try to figure out what went wrong in the big picture. So things are going well here. We ran up shield and he punishes us with a run up grab. We're just kind of like waiting for Luma. We get grabbed again. So here we could have been more boring. Oh my god, here we could have been more boring and like start platform camping. I don't know. I think platform camping, especially when hero has accelerate, I think we didn't respect accelerate enough there. Weren't used to the like explosion thing from menu. I think we talked about that moment already, but we got grabbed again. Got grabbed again. He's just throwing me over and over again. Alright, let's not grab there. We get our grab. What do we do with our pressure? We're holding it. So we lose our pressure to side B here. Cool. Cool, cool. Nice dash attack. Okay, we have stage control. We lose pressure to side B, so we lost. We keep losing our pressure to side B out of disadvantage. We spoke about that moment already. Just like I needed to commit harder to the edge guard because that was a good one. He likes to run up to me and like F tilt or jab, which just strikes me as really weird. I never thought Hero as a character would do that, but like it works. I'm not gonna say stop. All right, my cross ups there were pretty good, pretty on point. Roll in's a bit greedy. I do tech roll in a lot as well. Nair honestly might have been better than back air here. Like right here, I think Nair might have actually done something instead of back air. So we're trying to like pressure with Luma again, but we run up shield. Okay. So like, but here's the problem. I don't know what to do if we're not running up shield. So like we hit, Luma gets hit, we run up shield. Okay. That is probably the biggest thing we need to mix up. Let's write this down. So my biggest habit right now that I want to like work on is after Luma gets hit, I run up shield. And I think that that is causing like that's the situations where I'm getting grabbed Happened right there. Didn't F till we spoke about that. Not stellar there, but that's what happens. Another situation where Nair might have actually been better. Because I think, yeah, it's like intangibility. It's not invincibility. Tried to hit him with Luma, didn't really work. We'll jump. Should have let go of the A button earlier, but I really wanted to like help my mash out. But when people SDI, it's important to get out earlier. To deal with Zoom, I've been doing this sort of a thing, and I think it's been pretty helpful. This might not be like the best answer. I feel like we just like gave Hero the lead. Like I feel like we identified what habits caused Sparkle to get the lead, but now we're just like really struggling to make something get started. I think we took a stock though, so let's see how we did that. So again, run up shield, same problem. So like just like a few other options that aren't run up shield would do a lot. So it's literally specifically like after Luma gets hit, we run up shield. We want to throw in some other options there. I'll play around with it later. I have like this whole little plan. There's like a pre-local on Friday I'm gonna go to. I think we'll find out. We'll see how far away it is. Okay, so that was my set. I think we just gave Hero the lead really early on and then tried to force stuff to happen. I actually don't think Battlefield was the biggest problem there. I think if we had really tried to abuse the platforms to platform camp more, it would have played out much better in our favor. Um, it can be a really boring way to play the game, but I think it could work against Hero, especially with Accelerate. Accelerate was something I really underestimated prior to this set, and now I'm like, oh my god, that one's such a good buff. Like when people say buff farm, I assume they meant like the damage or knockback ones, but no, Accelerate's such a good buff to pull. All right, so I know I won a game, so we definitely won this one. And let's see what happened here. All right, do we want to do a big picture overview first? No, we'll do fine. We'll do a slow one. I like doing things slowly. All right. Girl, we're not playing around that one. Oh, this is tragic. We took so much damage. We took so much damage because we like got hit by Kaboom. And then we jump. That down air was really, really bad. This down air here, there's no realistic world where he is in a position to hit us. Down airing out of disadvantage. It's a classic bad habit, but always want to keep an eye on. I feel like he should have gotten that grab. I suspect that pivot grab was a bit of a missed input. That's lovely. Wonderful. So in this position here, I've actually been personally realizing after they use double jump there, that is a really good time to push my advantage state. So I think I should have swung with like a forward air or something. I should not have backed off. Like I don't know why I have this hunch, but like I've had a lot of success chasing down people who use their double jump here. I'm gonna start trying to do that more. We miss our perfection. Spacing out with back air is always a little underwhelming. That's another situation where Nair kind of worked better. I don't know. Let's look at this again. This looks really janky to me. I don't know what I should have done differently though. Okay, I actually think, while like a little gimmicky, I think optimal option in my head is a turnaround Luma shot, the one that preserves our momentum this way but still shoots Luma this way. Um, I think that was the optimal option here to pressure the platform, but clearly we didn't do that. So that's also something I'm going to need to practice in training mode, which I've been avoiding. So we'll see. We'll see. I think I really should be practicing it a bit more. Whatever. Okay. These back airs are also pretty weak, especially against players who are looking out for them. You can actually cross up with them if you're like really precise. And the cross up back airs are so good, but that back air was really weak. I should have either. I think the option was just to commit to going to ledge. Yeah. Well, okay. I see why I went for it now. So I went for the back air because I was like, oh my god, he swung. We can try to punish that. But his forward air had less landing leg than I was ready for. Okay, this that makes so much more sense to me. So like his back air is really bad. I know if Hero's back air is like really slow. I don't actually know if I need to spot dodge that, but whatever. It worked out. Nair to hold space. I'm a little disappointed with this one. Um, oh, okay. So actually, this is really important to know. Psych up. I don't. I'm gonna have to pull this up. Give me a sec. That's it. We're gonna actually read what Hero does. But if you noticed, he lost his psych up because of um he lost his psych up after what's it called? He lost his psych up after hitting Luma, so similar to Incineroar. I think we might actually want to just have him waste his psych up on Luma. Get it out of the way. Okay, neutral beam, whoosh, kaboosh, swoosh. This is such a disaster. Okay, kaboom, sizz, sizzle, whack, thwack. Kamikaze, magic burst, snooze, heal, oomph. Okay. All right. So oomph is damage, but damage is knockback. For the viewers at home, um, damage is what affects shield stun, knockback. It affects everything. Damage is a really, really important stat. So oomph increases his damage, but it also increases the damage he receives. I don't know if that works on his shield. I don't think it worked on Shulk's shield, so I doubt it does for Hero. But anyway, accelerate lasts. Oh, that's zoom. Wait, what? How long does it last? Feels like it lasts so long. Regardless, we're not gonna worry about it. Zoom. Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is a disaster. They don't really want to use those. Both Flame Slash and Crackle Slash. They're very similar. It's just Crackle Slash does more damage. Oh no, Flame Slash does more damage. What? Huh. Learning so much about the world. Hatchet Man, we're not going to get hit by. You can just roll on reaction. It's really slow. I think. Active on frame 37, yeah. Hopefully that's reactable. Psych Up. Raises the damage and knockback of the hero's next attack. Will last until move connects or is blocked by an opponent's shield. So Psych Up, we can try to stall out. But what is it? Oomph. I want it to tell us how long. Oh, last 10 seconds. Okay. Where's Accelerate? How long does Accelerate last? Okay, Accelerate does not want to tell us how long it lasts, but it's good to know that Oomph is one Luma long. Alright, so this is the set I want if I remember correctly. Okay, waste that on Luma. Decent punish there. Here's out of mana, which means we don't really have to worry about a lot. We just have to worry about not letting him. Wait, does he get mana for hitting shield? Girl, he gets mana for hitting shield. Oh, he also gets mana for hitting Luma too. Actually, so I think an important part of the plan, if you're trying to like camp Hero out, is to not let him hit your shield, which is tragic because like especially after watching my last set last night, I was like, wow, I really am just like pretty good at shielding stuff and spacing to like get shield grabs, but not working here. Nice. Tragic the pivot grab didn't hit. That Nair possibly could have landed if we committed to it, but I don't think we should have. Could I have reacted to this jump better? He committed his double jump though. Think this was a so like holding into the center of the stage is almost always really risky, and we finally got punished for it. Woohoo! You could just like we could just like go to ledge. We don't need to do this. We can just go to ledge. Yeah. So I think just drifting back to go to ledge is probably better here. I don't see, especially because he doesn't have mana to really buff farm for buffs. There's no reason to try to land on him, except for being impatient. So don't land on people. Pretty generic advice. If I remember, this was a really like dumb win too. So we take them. We don't play a very strong character. We need all the dumb stuff we have. Accelerate combos are wonky, crazy. There's psych up. So zoom's really annoying, but I've had success just doing this. That way we're pressuring all of his options. Because otherwise zoom feels like it kind of just like breaks the flow of the game. But I feel like if you shoot Luma at the other side of the stage, you'll have pressure somewhere. Nice. We get a grab here. We're looking for oh, see, we could have down aired actually. So I think there were a few spots where if I just like drifted forward and down aired, we would have gotten them like right here. We could have drifted forward and down aired. Actually, I think the fast fall ruined that option. But this is the second time where I'm like, ooh, we were so close to hitting that edge guard. And I am someone who's like, don't edge guard. And I told myself that for a really long time. I think as a player I would benefit from edge guarding a bit more. So I will write drift forward and edge guard. All right, cool. Oh, that's so close. Don't whiff edge guards. Whiffing edge guards is so bad for you. It's better to not edge guard than to whiff an edge guard, which sounds really obvious, but up smash, we could have up smashed. I don't know if it would have killed. It might have because we'd hit Rosa and Luma hits. Probably shouldn't have up smashed. All right, just for the record, I think here we should have just like walked forward or even starblitzed. It's just that he comes down so fast. Gets free mana for hitting Luma. Okay, so for people at home who aren't familiar with Rosa's kit, um, Rosa up smash can't hit this platform, but Luma's can. So rolling back was the correct option. Luma is only going to cover like this part here. But on like a battlefield platform, Rosa up smash will cover it. But on PS2 platforms low enough. So we do a success. Oh, this is actually really important to know. It looks like there's like a bit of a. Was that? Oh, he used Zoom. Okay. So we can try to pressure Zoom. Good to know. I thought that was his up B. I don't know how I feel about this F tilt. I think it was fine. No, it was really early. Weirdly enough, I think forward air might have been the option. But this is another situation I was talking about where he like pulled out his menu to land on you. He's looking for something that would shield break. Or he's hit me with things that shield break. So we probably could have like also forward aired there. I'll write that down to the list of things. Forward air. Maybe I should have wrote fair like one of the cool kids, but I wrote forward air. Anyway. Then we just get deleted. Nice. I think that get up attack was really was a great play from Sparkle there. Nice. This was a really bad Luma shot. Getting Luma reflected really sucks. Don't let them reflect Luma. That applies to any character with a reflector, but like especially bounce where it's they don't have to do anything to reflect things. That was a really bad. So this down air is not one I can get behind. I did not like this one. We lost a lot, and now we're on the ledge. So like, I as a player go for a lot of non-committal edge guards. I don't really have the drive to really go out and kill people. Um, we need to do less of those edge guards and more of the ones that will actually get kills. And I've already pointed out multiple times where I'm like, if I just committed a little harder, we would have gotten a kill here. Luma shot's like really safe on shield. Down tilt's really good. Okay, that's another. Let's write that down. So we need to watch for lightning out of disadvantage. There's a really nice nair. Forwarder just barely whiffed. This might be another example of I need to commit to things just a little bit more. Yeah. I think I think the way it works is if I had run forward a bit more, it would have worked. So that's an adequate play there. Nice dash tech. Woohoo. Okay, that time it worked. And it was because he had like really low mana that I think that enabled that play. I'm not. Let's do a quick little check on how much mana his upbeat costs. Oh, I xed it out. Wait, no, I have it's another window. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that. I can't spot things. Okay, hero down B, or no, up B. These are all his specials. Up B, up B. Here we go. Up B is whoosh, swoosh, or kawoosh. It takes 3 frames to enter charge states. Costs 5 MP. All right, so it takes 18 magic points to get like the big up. Oh, excuse me, the big up B. And he only had 16. So I think that's what really limited his options. I think he could have like air dodged through me possibly, but it would still put me in an advantageous situation. So that was a decent forward air from me. Good read on my jump. All right, I think playing around accelerate is something we're really struggling with. I don't know how to play around it right now, but I think we just need to like. Because here's the thing, I see he has accelerate here, and we immediately get hit by his like jump, his forward air. So I'm just gonna like put a note of like figure out how to camp out accelerate. Can I just call it green? Whatever. You know what I mean. Cool. So this is another situation. I guess so. I'm of the opinion that I'm really bad at consciously adapting, but they do happen. Like right here, a younger me might have run up and hit side down B. Okay, actually, I'm gonna take my little tangent. I've had like pretty good players come up to me and be like, I don't even bother to adapt, and I think you don't give yourself enough credit if you are like winning tournaments or like placing well at tournaments, and you're like, I don't adapt. You're definitely adapting. It's just like the direction you're giving yourself is a little like you're really bad at like thinking about what adaptations you're making, but you're definitely making adaptations. Um, so I guess as far as like a little mentality tip from me, I found that just going, I want to, or like how do I explain this? I found that like just making the smallest of mental notes of being like, oh, I'm not going to shield here, or I'm not going to roll in again. Making that tiny little mental note does so much. You don't need to like overthink it. At least in game. Anyway, that was a tangent for another time. Down B his stuff. I think that this might have killed. So like that might have killed if I had fast fall and landed the other hit of Nair because you can combo it F smash. And he was in like the taking more damage stance, so it's quite likely he would have killed actually because Roses would hit then Luma's. Damn. Okay, we'll have to be aware of that one. That's a little frustrating. So now we're waiting for Luma, and he doesn't have enough mana to fish for buffs, so we really, really want to run away. Okay, this down air. Again, this is the bad habit down air. Like, there's no feasible way. He'd have to really try to chase me down. Oh, I swear to God, I won this set. What? Or I took a game in this set, right? Am I crazy? Am I struggling to count? Oh, that was game 2. Okay, we win the next one for sure. For sure. Oh, wait, I'm putting my stuff away. What? What? Okay, I don't have time to figure this out, but I swear I won a game here. Okay, well, I definitely won a game in the other set. So. But we don't get to see that. I think I have some good notes, and I'd like to thank everyone who took the time to listen to me watch my set back. It was wonderful. I'd like to shout out to Sparkle, being a good player. I don't know. Like, same thing for Sly. I don't want to be rude to the other people, but it's the way those players are good is one that can be hard to appreciate. I think this is true for Sly as well, where like they just do different things and constantly have good mix-ups. It's really basic advice, but like if your opponent's going to do some if your opponent does something in response to a situation, assume they'll do the same thing next time that comes up. And so like you see Sparkle doing it with like mixing up grabs, and I thought I was doing a really good job of like getting jabbed on shield, but I think that was like confirmation bias. I think I was actually doing like fine, adequate, but I wasn't doing it as well as I thought I was. So regardless, thank you for watching. Have a lovely rest of your night.